Hi, I'm Jackie Van Ruler, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about how self-criticism shows up on your face. So everything that's going on in your body, whether that be physical or emotional, shows up on your face. And sometimes this is really subtle, and sometimes it's not so subtle. So today I want to talk about how self-criticism shows up, and then what some of the physical manifestations of that can be as well. So there's a point on your face that is directly below like the corner of your eye and right in this area here. And if you tend to be a person who's criticizing yourself or just have that inner critic that's always talking to you, this point can be more active and it can also get red or bumpy. And so what you can do is just do little circles around it with a detector. Or if you don't have a detector, you can just get a crochet hook that looks like this that has a blunt tip. You don't want it to be pointy. And you can just do little massages around that area for about 10 to 15 seconds. And that can help to both relieve some of that need to criticize yourself, but also what happens when this particular point is activated is you may be more prone to allergies or sinus stuffiness as well. So there's also a correlation between whether it's on the left side or the right side. So if it's on your right side, then the criticism tends to be more towards like your work or your life purpose or things like that. And if it's on your left side, then that criticism may be more geared towards like who you are as a person, if that makes sense. So you can just massage this point again, that 10 to 15 seconds, and that may help to relieve some of that self-criticism. Also, when you notice yourself saying things to yourself or just thinking things to yourself about how you're not good enough or you're not doing what you should be doing, is really just take a moment and stop and give yourself the credit for what you are doing, because doing this self-criticism isn't going to take you further in life. It's actually going to make it harder to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish. So really take notice of it and give yourself some credit. Obviously, if you were your own best friend, you wouldn't criticize yourself for the things that you're criticizing yourself for. And I want to tell you a quick story about a client that I was working with who had both of these spots were pretty inflamed on his face. And I was working with him, he let it, we were talking about it, and he said that he's been really criticizing himself because he would end up sleeping in every weekend, and he'd sleep in till like noon or 1 o'clock, and then he wouldn't get very much done. And then he'd stay up all, late the next night and then sleep in again. And so he was really highly critical of himself for this, this habit that he had gotten into. And so we worked these areas, and, I checked in with him a few days later, and he was like, yeah, I did kind of still sleep in the next day, but I wasn't as hard on myself for it. I found that I wasn't critical. So working these points can really help with just relieving those emotional feelings in your body and just helping you to lead a better life so that you're not constantly criticizing yourself. Anyway, I hope that this video helped. Please pass it along to anybody else who may need help with self-criticism. I think we all run into this from time to time. And be sure to subscribe to my channel so you get more videos on what shows up on your face and how it shows up in your body.